and welcome to another Spindas Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm bringing you a battle against Michael, who's running a pretty sweet UU team. I'm just running my regular team I've been using at the minute for Wi-Fi battles. It's been doing really well, and I'm still trying to get some use out of Illuminacy. So anyway, let's hop straight into this battle. And before the battle starts, I've got a question of the day for you. What is your favourite Pokemon type? Just comment down below in the description what your favourite type is and why. Anyway, so the battle starts off. Obvious Gargantular lead is obvious, so I'll lead off with a Clefable, with a Flamethrower and all. So this thing sets up Sticky Web, but I'm really not too bothered about it setting up Sticky Web. So I just go straight for the Flamethrower to burn what I've burned this thing. And of course it does reveal the Focus Sash. So here I was reckoning to take a Thunder or some kind of heavy hit. But the strange thing is they do go for the Volt Switch, probably wanting to preserve the special attacker for later. And here, I just went for the Moonblast, just wondering what would go in. Then, of course, it reveals the Angeron that comes in. And I must admit, this is a pretty interesting Angeron, actually, because, as you're about to see here, it does a decent chunk of damage. I do get the special attack drop, but that really doesn't matter on this thing. And basically, after the leftovers here, revealed it's just a regular Angeron. And I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty sweet. You don't see regular Angeron a lot. And here, I was predicting a Steel move, but they actually get the predict on me, and after being lured by the Sticky Web, which really doesn't matter, I get hit by an Earthquake, and I'm thinking, oh hell, I know I'm defensively bulky, but I don't think I'm going to live that. But I do manage to live that with 57 health, so this is definitely more of a bulky set than an attacking one. So after some leftovers recovery, I decide to Mega Evolve into a sweet Mega Angeron, which is, I'm going to say Mega Angeron is my favourite Mega. Just because it does look like just a bulky knight in armour, and of course mine's named after Bazooso after Berserk. So in comes the Earthquake again, and thanks to Sticky Web I'm not going to be able to outspeed. And that was a critical hit as well, and I still managed to live with 8 HP. That is pretty damn awesome. So I decided to set up Stealth Rocks here to deal with that Gargantular when he goes in, because I couldn't see any kind of Rapid Spinner or Defogger on their team at all. So basically I'm going to go down to an Earthquake here, and unfortunately there's my Mega and my defensive wall down. So I'm going to have, in this battle I decide, okay, I'm going to have to start trying to play a lot more offensive attacking. So after the lefties recovery, I do decide to go into Donphan here, which is my Nelly, which I have still spelt wrong. I really need to get that sorted. So I was honestly thinking this person was going to stay in for some reason. And I was thinking, okay, let's go for the Earthquake, let's see what there is. But of course he does go out to his Mischievous. I've had a few of these in Wi-Fi battles, and not all that common, but they're still pretty good Pokemon all in all. So at least the Stealth Rocks break its possible sash, and of course there goes the Levitate, and I can't even Rapid Spin away with it being a Ghost type, so I do try to withdraw into my especially defensive wall to take whatever thing this can throw it is. I was just hoping it hadn't got the nasty plot. So after the speed reduction cover the damn Sticky Web, in comes the Shadow Ball, and I take that really nicely, and it does about just over a quarter of my health. So I predicted, okay, this person's probably not going to want to stay in and probably going to go back into their Angeron here. So I decide I might as well get the Wish up, and whatever wants to come in can get at least a good chunk of its health back. So after setting the Wish, I decide, okay, what's going to be good to send in here? I was thinking pretty much my Donphan can scare this thing off, and I don't think this thing can kill me in one hit, even if it is carrying the Ice Punch, because I am a Donphan, I am pretty defensive and got some good health bulk. Well, mine's not really the most defensive set. I run a max attack, adamant, max health version. If I just tend to throw people off guard and you know, play rough, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, Ice Shot, all the good stuff that Donphan carries. Anyway, now you're about to see why Donphan is a great Pokemon in my opinion. So, after this person sets up the Stealth Rocks, I'm reckoning, okay, they're not going to want to stay around. Why would they hang around for this? They're just going to take a load of damage, a load of hits, and of course the Earthquake's 4 times effective, which would end up killing this thing. So they do make them play, and I'm thinking he'll go into the Mischievous here, but he decides to go into Smog, which is an interesting nickname for a Sceptile. So I go straight for the Player Rough, which does a damn good chunk of health, and I'm thinking, okay, this thing's probably going to Mega Evolve with a name like that, and I do get the predict. And yeah, this thing may be incredibly fast, but it isn't faster than a priority move. And with it being now Grass Dragon, it's 4 times weak to Ice, so I'm pretty confident this Ice Shot is going to kill from that range. I mean, even if it just didn't Mega Evolve, the Ice Shot probably would have killed from that range. So down So let's both our megas down. And here goes the spider bread here. And I don't know why people just make these players of just killing them off. You'd think they'd want to save them for death fodder later, you know, for switching fodder. So you can tell if something's scarfed, banded, you can see what they're going to do, etc, etc. So, here this person overpredicts. Obviously this is Mischievous was enough to scare me out last time, but not this time. So she goes for the Thunder Wave predicting the switch. I don't know why I keep saying she, it's just because of the Pokemon being female. He predicts the switch and I just go straight to the play it rough. So in comes the Polygon here, this nice and shiny Polygon which does look awesome, but of course I do like my pink Pokemon a bit better than the blue ones, but everyone to their own. So I keep thinking, okay, let's see, I could switch out into my special defensive wall, but this thing could have adaptability and take a good chunk out of it. So I'm able to enjoy that with Sturdy, and obviously the Earthquake, I predicted to kill this thing here, but just hangs on, and of course I'm going to go for the safe Ice Shard, killing this thing off for good. So, Donphan's actually done really well there, taking out some big threats and of course some things I didn't want to fight on the other person's team. So it's going to come in and outspeed me here, cover that damn sticky web. So the sticky web didn't screw us over too much as you can tell, but of course always having a sticky web on your side to feel is incredibly annoying. So then comes the Donphan, goes down, and I decided to go into my Dragonite here. And I was honestly wondering if a superpower would kill this thing, because I know how bulky these can, and it's not stab, but I am a Dragonite, I am choice banded, and I am max attack, so this thing does go down. Just really thankful it didn't have Sturdy, and well, even if it did, the Stealth Rocks would have broke that. So down goes the regular Angron, which is, it's really nice to see a normal Angron out and about these days. So straight into the Arcanine here, and I honestly didn't think I would kill this thing after a +1 superpower. I probably would have, should have really damage calculated it. But I switch out, and here I wouldn't say I made the smartest play going into a special defensive wall that couldn't even hurt this thing at all. But I just wanted to see what this thing would do. So as the Wild Charge hits us, I was like, that's a darn good chunk of health I've lost here. And I wanted to see what we would go for here again. I go into the and goes for the Wild Charge again. I'm thinking, okay, this thing could be scarfed. This thing could very easily be scarfed. So I was thinking, okay, Wild Charge won't do too much here, and he's eventually going to go down to recoil damage. So I thought, I'm just going to mess around here and bring my Illuminace to say at least she took out one Pokemon, even if she just died in the process. So Stealth Rock's damage is a good chunk to us. I go straight for the Toxic. Here to start whittling down this thing, toxic damage plus recoil. I'm eventually going to wear this thing down. And goes for the Wild Charge again, so it's definitely scarfed her. It would have went straight for the Flare Blitz here. And that does a really good chunk to me, but I managed to pop my Citrus Berry. And all I've got to do now, since it locked into Wild Charge, is just keep roosting away, and the poison damage will eventually take him out. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this battle, guys. It was a pretty interesting one. Obviously, I was running OU and this person was running UU, so I did have a slight advantage there. But that's if you just plan and passerby on Wi-Fi. I mean, you can get some bad results, because I was talking to one person the other day, and they said, do you want an OU battle? And they ended up bringing Aegislash, Xerneas with Power Herb, and I just thought, well, that's just scummy. But if you always get the stuff like that on Wi-Fi, unfortunately. So anyway, this battle's just going to resolve by this thing basically killing itself with its own recoil damage plus toxic. So basically, guys, that's pretty much the battle. If you've stayed around to watch the full thing, thank you for hanging around and watching my video. If you like, feel free to leave a like, even feel free to like, comment, and even subscribe if you want to see more battles. I have been enjoying doing these, and I've actually had some talks with some really good people, some people who subscribe to me and some people who I've subscribed to, and I'm really enjoying doing this and getting to be a part of the Pokemon community. So thanks guys, and thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you later.